What's up, everybody? Welcome to By the Book Bonus Bets. McDonald, Nejad with you. And Meg, I'd like to talk some SEC champions. How about it?
It just means more in the SEC.
It just means more in the SEC. I'm actually we're both gonna give out one pick here. And I'm gonna go back to a pick I gave out a couple of weeks ago on Monumental Plus. And it was Texas to win it all. It was Texas to win the champion. So when I'm looking at the SEC, listen, I think there's other sort of dogs in the fight here, pun intended, and we'll get to your pick in a second. But I'm getting plus 145 for a Texas team that has a huge layup schedule here outside of home versus Georgia. Let's take a look at the rest of the schedule. They play Oklahoma, neutral site game, then they host Georgia. The fact that they're hosting Georgia, I think, is the important part here, because I think on a neutral site, my argument might be a little bit different. Then they play at Vanderbilt. Diego Pavia. I'm actually afraid of him. Our kid that we were betting on at New Mexico State last year. But
Big win for him over Bama.
That's a runaway. Then a bye week. Florida, Arkansas, Kentucky, Texas A&M. I just don't think Texas is going to stumble. And the fact that they have Georgia at home, I think, is really important in this one. Like I said a couple of weeks ago, I like Kyle Flood. I like how this offense runs. I like that they have two quarterbacks. Quinn Ewers is going to come back probably this week. But the fact that they have Arch Manning in there just in case we have an aggravation or something like that, I just like Texas. Again, the schedule is where I'm at here with the plus 145.
Yeah, and I totally agree with you, full disclosure, but I am going a different direction because there's just no way the SEC as a whole, the entire conference, can allow Texas in their first season in the football conference to win, right? They've won one time the conference championship in the Big 12 in the last 10 years. So let's pump the brakes before we say Texas is back. This conference belongs to the Dogs, the Georgia Bulldogs, that is. You're getting a much better number because of their schedule at plus 375. Their schedule is looking a little more difficult than the Texas Longhorns, and we can pull up that schedule as well. Again, this is so interesting because these two teams play each other week 8. I do think it matters that the Georgia Bulldogs will be on the road inside Austin, Texas for this game. However, what we see from Georgia playing at Alabama, they looked dead in the first half. Carson Beck not only threw one interception, he didn't throw 2 interceptions, he threw 3 interceptions, and the fact that the Georgia Bulldogs came back from that and almost won in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I just think this team has fight. Kirby Smart is a proven coach. I think Georgia still has a chance despite this schedule. At Ole Miss is going to be tough. Versus Tennessee is going to be tough. But outside of that, look at those cupcakes. UMass, Georgia Tech, Florida's trash. That bye week, Mississippi State, I'm good. Once you get through Texas, which they're already laying 2 points, the look-ahead line is Georgia -2.
That is interesting.
I think that Texas is going to stumble. Texas doesn't play anyone. And that Michigan win in the Big House looks a lot less appealing now.
Well, when you talk about the look-ahead line, it is compelling, right? Because you're getting a plus 375 on a team that's favored. I totally get it. And frankly, from a national championship standpoint, I would get the Georgia argument even more. It's just that the schedulers, they're kind of like handing one to Texas a little bit, at least doing them some favors, right?
No, I totally agree. And what their schedule has looked like prior to this, who'd they beat? UL Monroe, UTSA. Like, they didn't need Quinn Ewers at all. Manning was a very serviceable quarterback, and I think the future is bright for Texas. Texas is going to be winning a national championship with Manning under center very soon. I don't think they're winning the SEC. I don't think they're winning the title this year.
All right, fair enough. I do like your number. Don't get me wrong there. But I'm going with the Texas Longhorns. We got the Georgia Bulldogs over here with McDonald. We got so much more content coming your way on Monumental Plus with By the Book bonus bets, but also Monday through Friday at 5:30 on By the Book. We'll see you soon, folks.